So today is my 100th video. I cannot believe it. So to celebrate, I'm going to show you 10 of my favorite sea glass mosaics, and then I'm going to explain to you why each one of them ranks among my favorites. And at the end of the video, I'm going to show you all 10 of the sea glass mosaics in a row, and I'd like for you to post a comment down below and let me know which one of the 10 is your favorite. So, 100 videos. The only reason I've stuck with it so long is because of you guys out there. You're watching my videos, subscribing to my channel, liking my videos, commenting, sharing. It's all been very encouraging to me. So the only reason I keep going is because I know that people are watching the content and are interested in what I have to say about sea glass. I never would have known there were that many people obsessed with sea glass as much as I am, but apparently there are. So thank you all so much for tuning into my channel, and please continue to do so. So I've been making sea glass mosaics for a really long time, and I have to be honest, I love every single one of them, primarily because of the content. They're made of sea glass, and I am totally obsessed with sea glass, so it's not much doubt that I love every mosaic that I make, but I do have my favorites. So, my 10 favorites. So the first mosaic I'm going to show you is called Northern Lights. And this one is ranking among my favorites at the moment, probably because it's one of the more recent ones that I've just finished. So all the joy and pleasure that I get out of making a mosaic is really fresh in my mind with this one at the moment. Plus, I'm only going to have it for a few more days because I have to take it off to the person that it belongs to. So I'm really enjoying it right now. So one of my favorite things that I like about this one is all these streams of light that are coming up from the background and all the different colors of sea glass that I used. You may not be able to tell, but I used a line of purple sea glass here, and I used some lines of blue sea glass and aqua, and all of that color to me just makes such a dynamic sky. So the sky in this piece really makes it rank among my favorites. The second mosaic I'm going to show you is called Tree of Life, and this one ranks among my favorite primarily because of the size of the window and the shape of the window. It's an old church window that came out of a church where my parents grew up, and I really quite like how spectacular this is based just on the sheer size of it. And the other thing that I love about this one are all the special pieces of sea glass that I used, and there's a lot of really well finished pieces that make all these streams of plant life coming up around the tree. So this one is still definitely one of my favorites. The third mosaic I'm going to show you is called 3D Flowers, and this one ranks among my favorite primarily because of the shape of it. I think it's really airy and light, the way that stem of flowers comes up from the bottom of the frame. But my favorite part of it is the flowers themselves. If I zoom in close here, you can see I've layered sea glass on top of one another, and it gives the flowers a lot of depth and dimension. So the fourth mosaic that I'm going to show you is called Under the Water. So the title is fairly self-explanatory because it's obviously a scene of being under the water, which is a really special place for me because I love to swim. But my favorite thing about this mosaic is that I've included all sorts of treasures that I've collected at all different beaches around the world. Whenever I travel, I try to take the opportunity to go to a beach. And I don't always find sea glass, but I'll often pick up some rocks and shells and treasures that I find at the beach. And what I've done on this piece is I've written on the back of all sorts of different treasures where they've come from, and then I've included them in my mosaic. So this mosaic acts kind of like a travel journal for me because it reminds me of where I was on different beaches and the different treasures that I picked up when I was there. So this one will probably always rank among my favorites. The fifth mosaic I'm going to show you is called Starry Night, and it's inspired by Van Gogh's painting, The Starry Night. You might see some similarities. What I really love about this mosaic is the sky. I just love the swirly lines and the action and all it's so dynamic. There's so much going on in the sky. And I love the round circles of the stars and the great big one moon off to the right-hand side. And it's all contrasted by the darkness of the village down below. So the next sea glass mosaic I'm going to show you is called Rocks and Stream, and this is a tall, skinny piece. And I think the shape of the window itself is one of my favorite things about this one. The other thing that I really love are all those white bottle bottoms. They're quite old and they're all very well finished. And they represent the rocks in a stream, and then the rest of the sea glass is all the water running down the stream. So the seventh sea glass mosaic I'm going to show you I call Fall Grass. And this one ranks among my favorite primarily because I love the lines of it. What I did was I started at the bottom with brown, and then I worked my way into green, and then worked my way into white, and I made all these lines of sea glass all the way from the bottom to the top in this sea glass mosaic. And then that contrasts with the line of the grass going up through the middle. So I know that's a big part of the reason why this one has a special place in my heart. The eighth mosaic that I'm going to show you is called Sailboat Regatta, and the reason I love this one is that it reminds me of sitting at the beach and looking out over the water at sailboats going by, and it always makes me, it has the strength to pull me back to the beach. So I really quite enjoy that about this one. The other thing that I like about this one is that there's a lot of hidden details in it, and if you look closely, you'll see all sorts of flowers, and there's feet on the beach, footprints on the beach, and there's a couple of inuksuks and lots of different rocks and shells, and there's tons of things to look at in this piece, that the more you look at it, the closer you look and the longer you look, the more details you're going to see. The ninth mosaic I'm going to show you is called Confederation Bridge, which is the bridge that connects Prince Edward Island to the mainland. And I love this mosaic because if I'm ever on the Confederation Bridge, it means I'm on my way to Prince Edward Island. Unless, of course, I'm leaving the island, which isn't nearly as much fun. So, number 10. The last mosaic that I'm going to show you is called Earth, Water, Sky. And this is the oldest mosaic I'm going to show you today. This is one of the first ones I've ever done. It's one I will never give away because I absolutely love it. Part of the reason why I love this one is because it's made on a frame that was made by my father years and years ago. So the frame itself is fairly special. So the other thing that I really love about this mosaic is the shape of it. I love the way the brown and the white and the green sea glass kind of twist together into a bit of a twirl. And then there are some really, really special pieces of sea glass in this piece. When I made this, it was at a time in my creation of sea glass mosaics that I didn't think I was going to make very many. So I included some beautiful blue sea glass in this. There's a stunning piece of red right here. And so the sea glass itself is very special to me. So this one hangs in the window of my home and it gets a lot of enjoyment from me. So thanks very much for joining me today on my 100th video. I hope that you enjoyed listening to me talk about 10 of my favorite sea glass mosaics. I'm going to give you a quick recap, quick slideshow of the 10 sea glass mosaics that I showed you. And please post a comment in the comment section down below to let me know which one of these 10 is your favorite. Until next time, happy sea glass hunting!